Have you ever noticed how some episodes of Bluey seem to carry a weight that goes beyond their playful exterior? There's one episode in particular that caught the attention of many observant viewers. Later, I'll be revealing a hidden Easter egg the animators placed in this episode that completely changes how you'll view the entire series. Before we begin, this video contains an analysis of deeper themes that might be challenging for younger viewers. Parents, you may want to preview this content first. Let's start by looking at the subtle hints the show has been dropping throughout various episodes. In Sleepy Time, we see Bingo struggling with independence and confidence. But there's another character whose journey parallels hers in an interesting way: Bluey herself.
Your turn, Bluey. It's pretty wide.
Throughout several episodes, we can spot moments where Bluey shows signs of anxiety when faced with new situations. In The Creek, she's initially hesitant to explore. In Swim School, she struggles with trying something new. These weren't just random character traits, they were carefully placed breadcrumbs leading us to a bigger revelation. Even the show's animation gives us clues. Have you noticed how scenes from Bluey's perspective often have slightly more intense colors and clearer sound effects? This isn't just an artistic choice, it's showing us how she experiences the world more vividly than others might. The creators of Bluey have always been masterful at weaving complex themes into seemingly simple stories. But what they've done here goes beyond their usual approach. They've created a narrative that speaks to a reality many families face, but rarely discuss openly.
I've got one toffee apple left.
The episode Markets serves as a crucial turning point in understanding Bluey's character. The bustling marketplace scene isn't just a backdrop, it's a carefully constructed environment that reveals how differently Bluey experiences the world around her. The episode begins with the familiar chaos of a weekend market. Vendors calling out prices, children running between stalls, and the overwhelming symphony of sounds and smells that makes markets so vibrant. But through Bluey's eyes, we experience this sensory landscape in a profoundly different way.
Dance mode? Yes, okay. I'll do it. Dance mode!
The progression of this episode mirrors similar patterns we see throughout the series. In Dance Mode, the excitement of having control over her family's dancing initially delights Bluey. But as the environmental stimuli increase, more people, more noise, more expectations, we see her enthusiasm give way to overwhelm. The brilliance of these episodes lies in how they present these moments not as problems to be solved, but as natural variations in how different individuals process the world around them. Even more revealing are the quiet moments between the big events. Pay attention to how Bluey arranges her toys in perfect lines during Daddy Robot, or how she develops detailed routines in Morning Routine. These aren't just cute quirks. They're ways of creating order and predictability in a world that often feels overwhelming. The show doesn't draw attention to these moments with dramatic music or special focus. Instead, they're presented as natural parts of who Bluey is, just as valid as Bingo's spontaneity or Muffin's exuberance.
Mom, I drew you a picture.
Oh, wow!
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's perfect.
The episode Perfect brings these carefully laid breadcrumbs together in a masterfully subtle way. The scene where both Bingo and Bluey are drawing with their chili, then suddenly Bluey loses interest in everything. Seems like she is sad and fed up. Then comes the moment that defines it all. Bingo made a drawing for her mother, which she put on the Bluey's drawing on the refrigerator. Bluey, seeing it all, felt heartbroken as her mother doesn't care about drawing and prefers the Bingo one. Later, she discusses it all with her mother to open up and speak everything. The genius of this reveal lies in how it recontextualizes everything we've seen before, while simultaneously moving the story forward. We learn that Bluey's sensory processing sensitivity isn't something new that's just been discovered. It's been part of who she is all along. The assessment merely puts words to what Bluey, her family, and attentive viewers have already known, that she experiences the world in a uniquely intense and beautiful way.
This feels like a robo-dream.
This revelation shifts our understanding of countless previous episodes. The way Bluey meticulously organizes her toys in Daddy Robot, her careful observation of others before joining in during Calypso, and her need for regular breaks during high-energy games. All these moments take on new depth and meaning. The show demonstrates remarkable respect for its audience by trusting them to piece these elements together without heavy-handed exposition or explicit labels.
This is unacceptable!
The Healer family's approach to understanding and supporting Bluey reveals itself in countless subtle moments throughout the series. Take the pivotal scene in Bike, where Bandit watches Bluey struggle with a new challenge. His restraint in not immediately rushing to help isn't just about teaching independence. It's a carefully considered response born from understanding Bluey's need to process experiences in her own time and way. Watch his face closely during these moments. You'll see the internal struggle of a parent learning to trust their child's unique journey.
Why do you like walking by yourself?
Not sure, actually.
Chili's evolution as a parent is equally fascinating to observe. In early episodes like The Beach, we see her sometimes going alone, far away from everyone, even though she doesn't know why she does this. But as the series progresses, her approach becomes more nuanced.
Did you know that a fish and chip shop just opened next door?
By the time we reach episodes like Calypso, Chili has developed an almost intuitive understanding of when to step back and when to offer support. Her gentle guidance in markets, creating quiet spaces within busy environments, and offering validation without pressure, shows how deeply she's come to understand her daughter's needs.
It's fun. All the shadowy grassy bits are the land, and all the bits in the sun is the sea.
The dynamic between Bluey and Bingo adds another layer of complexity to this family portrait. Their relationship transcends typical sibling interactions, evolving into something remarkably symbiotic. Bingo's natural acceptance of her sister's differences isn't just heartwarming, it's educational. Without any explicit instruction, she's learned to read Bluey's cues, adapting their play seamlessly when things become overwhelming. Watch closely in episodes like Shadowlands, where Bingo instinctively creates calmer moments within their imaginative games, demonstrating a level of emotional intelligence that speaks volumes about the family's overall approach to neurodiversity. Understanding this aspect of Bluey's character transforms our perspective on the entire series. Episodes that might have seemed simply entertaining take on a deeper significance. Consider Dance Mode through this new lens. What initially appears as a story about impulse control reveals itself as a sophisticated exploration of sensory processing. The overwhelming street environment isn't just background noise. It's an integral part of understanding Bluey's experience. The episode's genius lies in how it lets us feel these sensations alongside her, using sound design and animation to subtly shift our perspective. The show's treatment of these themes ripples out beyond individual episodes, influencing how we understand every character interaction. Take Lucky's dad, for instance. His initially boisterous personality might seem at odds with Bluey's sensitivities, but watch how his behavior subtly modulates when interacting with her. There's no explicit acknowledgement of this adjustment. It's simply presented as part of the natural fabric of their neighborhood's social dynamics. This kind of nuanced representation helps normalize the everyday accommodations that make inclusive communities work.
Okay, I'll need to see 2 forms of ID, please.
2? Oh, hang on, let me have a look.
As we reach the end of our analysis, we find perhaps the most important message of all: the power of acceptance and understanding. The Healer family never tries to fix Bluey or force her to conform to others' expectations. Instead, they learn to work with her unique way of experiencing the world, helping her develop strategies that work for her. This is where the true dark secret transforms into something beautiful. What might initially seem like a challenge becomes a celebration of neurodiversity and different ways of being. The show teaches us that what matters isn't trying to make everyone the same, but creating a world where everyone can thrive in their own way. Think about it. In every episode we've discussed, the focus isn't on changing Bluey, but on understanding and supporting her. Whether it's Chili creating quiet spaces during busy times, Bandit adjusting his games to match her processing style, or Bingo's natural acceptance of her sister's needs, we see a family that embraces differences rather than trying to eliminate them. So, what do you think? Was this Bluey episode darker than it seemed? there's always more to the story. And if you thought this was wild, wait till you see the episode where Bandit and Chili turn bad. You won't believe what's hidden in that one.
That's disgusting.
That's less than ideal, but it's still a win.